How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called The Interior. We're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to The Interior, a small town hidden away in the mountains surrounded by endless hills of forest. It is a standard size map that is set up for all your forestry needs, but also includes some farming too. Features: 50 tracts of land that is buyable, 4 different species of trees, 4 fields, a small town going down to the center of the map, many custom textures, and places for you to explore. We recommend the Platinum Expansion DLC for the maximum forestry experience. I would like to say thank you to all the modders that have made this map possible since Farming Sim 17. It has been a massive project touched by many. This map was created by Gamer Designs and Poorboy Poorboy Modding, and is 176 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. You can see pretty much everything runs down the center of the map here. You start out, if we zoom in, right here, towards the center of the map, funny enough. And if we take a look, you start out by owning farmlands number 11 and 12. 11 being your, well, a secondary quote-unquote starting farm, but it has a lot of your production points and sell points and things like that. It's got like the main shop area as well. And number 12 is your, I will say, your actual farm and a couple of fields. And the fields, unfortunately, don't have any products inside them. If we take a look at the prices going around the map, we'll start out some of the smaller plots here. You got a 41,000, not too bad. Got 166,000, 131,000, 85, so pretty decent prices. And you will see these kind of opening areas up here in the north, and I believe there's one tucked away right in here as well. These are veins of stones, and just tons and tons of stones just sitting there waiting for you to buy the land and be able to process them. But continue on, we go out to here, we got almost $500,000, 466,000, we got 273,000. Let's see some of these bigger chunks up in the north, 175. So really the prices are not that bad, but this is an extremely mountainous map, and forestry is going to be extremely difficult. In the description, they recommend having the Platinum Expansion DLC, and yes, I understand why, because there are going to be tools like the yarders and things like that that are going to come in very handy on this map. Probably more than even Silver Run would have allowed you to use. Like, these are really going to be some intense logging area here. We scroll down to our animals. We do start out with animals. The chicken pasture, as you can see, there are contracts available on 2 of the fields. You have production chains you start out with, but there's some funny business going on in this map, and I'm going to show that. So we have 3 carpentries here, but there's really only 1. But I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a little bit. And then we do have collectibles available, 100 of them to be precise. And if we take a look at mods specific to this map, there's nothing under the buy menu, but under the build mode, if we take a look, under the buildings tab, we scroll down to farmhouse. There's nothing under sheds, silos, silo extension, containers, tools, but under farmhouses, there is the interior right there, you can see. If we take a look under productions and scroll over down on factories, you do have the stone crusher, and we'll see that a little bit later. We also have, we don't have anything under selling points, greenhouses, orchards, or generators. Animals, nothing under this tab whatsoever. Same thing with decoration, but under landscaping, if we take a look under painting, we have a couple additional swatches than normal, nothing under trees or plants. Now we start here at the starting farm, so let's take a look at our starting equipment. If we go under the buy menu and under owned items, starting with small tractors, with a Valtra N175 Direct. Harvesters, the Rosselmash Nova 330. Forestry, we have a Komatsu 931 XC, a 875, and a MAN TGX 26640. Under cars, we have the Lizard Pickup 1986 and a Mahindra Retriever. Under trailers, we have a Welger DK115 we have a Rosselmash Power Steam header. We have also under cultivators a Lemken Schmargd Schmargd 9 500K. Under power harrows, we have the Amazon KG 3001 Super. Seeders, the Amazon Kateya 3000 Super. Forestry equipment, we have the Kesla 144 ND, as well as the Prinroth SF 900. Under front loaders, we have the Quickie Q5M. Front loader tools, we have the Albert Log Fork. And miscellaneous, we have the Bachmann MHAL 4320-35. So pretty decent equipment to start out with. Now, taking a look here around the starting farm, and again, I'm going to call this the main farm, and you'll understand that here in just a second. We have a sleep trigger right here, and tucked away in here is pretty much all of our starting equipment. A couple of bits are scattered around the entirety of the map. We do have a truck and trailer right here, our seeder, our cultivator, our Rosselmash tucked away, and some of our equipment tucked away over there. Now from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in the truck here, and I'm going to drive all the way down to the south of the map, and then we're going to start heading north, and that's when we're going to take in all of our various points of interest. So we're going to go ahead and leave here and start heading south. You can see there's one of our trailers that's just sitting here at the shop. Continue to head down the south. Now you will see, you don't want to speed through town here because you got this little cop sitting here right here on the corner. One thing you're also going to want to be careful of is down here at the southern portion of the road. You're going to want to be careful. Look at this. There's nothing keeping you onto the road. So if you're not paying attention or get distracted even a little bit, you're going to go right into that river there. There we go. So now we're here at the very southern portion of the map. And you can see you have this giant pile of wood chips right here. So if you buy the land, if you take a look here, whoops, you buy farmland number 41 for 78,624. You then have access to all those wood chips right there. And then tucked away back here is the barge selling station. This is a sell point. Now we're going to start heading to the north and taking in all the things around there. We will come back to that other side of the river here shortly, but a couple of things we want to show right up here. So we'll stop right here, hop out. Now over here is the old mine shaft. This is a buy point. Now I brought over the Mahindra. It does start on the trailer at your starting farm. I brought this over here so we can show this. Here you can purchase coal, gravel, dirt, and stones. So just like I said, it's a buy point that you can come and purchase those items there. Now heading back to the truck. Go back across the bridge. Now here we have to kind of take a little journey off the main road. So we'll come over here and we're going to drive a little bit slow because the road is not the most stable. And you can see this is a mountainous map. This is not hills like there are times where you're going almost vertical. So we just continue to follow this around. We make a right here. Follow this little area here, going under the trees. Just continue to follow this little trail around. Again, you want to drive careful and be slow. Like, see, little bumps right there. Come down here, and now it's going to start getting really rough. Again, if you're going too fast, you're going to go right into that river. You're going to lose whatever it is you're bringing down here. Here we go. Now this is the old sawmill. If we come over here, we can purchase this for $100,000, and you can bring wood here, and you get wood chips. Wait a minute. That's not right. Oh, you know what? I forgot to load into the DLC. Alright, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut out here. I'm going to reload back in, come back to this spot, and have the Platinum DLC content loaded up as well. I'll be right back. And through the wonders of editing, we are back here. What took me a few minutes only takes you a few seconds. Gotta love that. So, now if we purchase this again, $100,000. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. Wood beams. You put in wood, you get wood beams out, and wood chips as a byproduct. So, your inputs here with your wood cell trigger right there, wood chips right there, and your output just behind the truck right here. Now let's go ahead and make our way back up the hill. Again, hopefully without crashing. I almost crashed. Again, magic of editing. I almost crashed coming up back here the second time. Thankfully that wasn't the case. But I was trying to hurry and... there we go. So again, just drive with caution. Now the nice thing is I've noticed that these kind of back roads here, they are definitely wide enough for you to bring bigger vehicles like semis. You will run into some obstructions in some of these, so you might have to cut down things like those trees there to get big trucks and trailers back here. But that just kind of adds to the adventure on this map. So continue to head down. All right. Straight ahead, we have a gas station right there. And then right across the street, this is one of the oddities. This is the carpentry. Now remember what I said earlier about there being 3 carpentries here. 1, 2, and 3. You see 1, 2, and 3 right there. Now you can purchase the carpent, or you don't have to purchase them, you own them. Now, the reason that you're seeing 3 icons on the right side is because there's actually 3 separate production points overlaid on top of each other. Now to kind of correct this, what you can do is go into the build menu and sell off 1, 2. And now we're back down to 1, and you can see carpentry's here. You've got your 1 production point. That's all you need. So we are used to seeing this, but inputs here, wood cell trigger there, and around the back is where the output is. Now, across the street, but behind the gas station, is a fuel tank. You can come here and you can purchase, diesel, put in there, or you can just fill up a tanker and bring it back over here, if you so choose. Continuing down, we have the biomass heating plant here to my left. Now this is another oddity. Right here is a shed. If you walk up to it, you see where it says open gate. You see that kind of texture shift going up. Same thing here. But you can see how I'm bumping into something and it's not actually working. So similar to the carpentry over there, go to the build menu, come here, sell it. Now we can gain access. There's 2 of the exact same buildings overlaid on top of each other. And now everything works the way that we're expecting it to. Not a big deal. It's just, honestly, it's a nice way to get a little extra cash. Now heading this direction. Again, there is our trailer. We can come up here and pick it up. We have the shop trigger right here. And repair trigger right here. And then tucked away back here is the debris crusher right there. Now I'm just going to cut through the grass right here and make our way north. Now, this is our starting farm, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out here just real quick and show the map and show where we've been, what we've seen. So we started here at this farmhouse here. Saw the equipment that was, kind of squirreled away here. We then went all the way down south, down to here where we took in the barge selling station. Went up to here to the old mine shaft where the Mahindra was parked, and I showed what you could purchase there. Came all the way up to roughly about here. We came all the way tucked away and then followed this road network down to the old sawmill. Then came back up to the gas station, the fuel tank that's behind it, the carpentry, the biomass heating plant, the vehicle shop and repair trigger, and the debris crusher. We then cut through the grass patch here to the second portion of our farm. So again, main farm number 1. This is kind of main farm number 2. So you have another sleep trigger right here. And over here, you have a chicken pasture, room for 30 chickens. And then right behind me, this is the animal dealer. That's why I kind of hesitate saying, yes, this is farm number 2. The animal dealer's here. You've got your couple of fields that are tucked away in here. Like, everything's here that's supposed to be yours. It just seems like a kind of odd layout, maybe? Just, I don't know. But animal dealer, you can come here and purchase animals directly using this icon here, or you can purchase them from pens and pastures that you have already laid out on the map. Again, same icon. Now, if you purchase them from this location, you will incur an extra fee. That fee is the association to the animal dealer delivering the animals to your pens and pastures where they are at the map. So we come here and you can see there's a $5 delivery fee per adult chicken, $1 for the babies. Now, you can avoid that cost by bringing an animal trailer, whether it's leased or owned, to this location, load up your animals, and then deliver them to the pens and pastures yourself. Now, chickens, just a little additional information. Chickens, normally you can't pick up using standard trailers. It's typically cows, horses, sheep, pigs. Those are really the kind of only things that you can normally pick up. Now, there are mods out there where you can purchase chickens and load them into the trailers. So keep on the lookout for those, but just an FYI. So if you want to save a little bit of money, that's the way to do it. So coming back out here, we'll hop back in the truck. Now continuing a little ways north, we've got all this off to the right side here. We'll stop right here. We have a liquid fertilizer tank here with a buy point right there. A solid fertilizer tank with a buy point right there. Now again, you see how there's multiple overlays. So you got 2 liquid fertilizer tanks, you got 2 solid steel tanks, and you have 2 Karma 16. This is a seed and mineral feed. Again, same exact things going on here. So delete, still there. You made 23 grand. Delete, you made 11 grand. Delete, made 8 grand. And now 1, 1, and 1. So not a big deal, and it's just a quick way to make some extra money, but it doesn't take it away from you being able to just use them as is kind of thing. Now, I'd be a little hesitant as to the possibility of their you loading into one and only having access to the triggers of another. That would be something that kind of makes me nervous. Right here, we have a greenhouse kind of tucked away back here. No real driveway or anything to kind of get back here, but it is there. And it's kind of an odd place too, because it's tucked away in between these 2 fields. So your greenhouse being between 2 fields that you don't own, I don't know, it's again, there's a couple oddities about this map, a couple strange things about layouts and whatnot, but not a huge deal. So tucked away over here is our next point of interest. This is the drying station. Now let's go ahead and purchase this. Purchase that for $100,000, and now you can bring your planks, wood beams, and planks along to get kiln dried. Your output is right here, and your input is tucked away just over here with your wood cell trigger. Wait. That's odd. So that might be broken. There's definitely a possibility about that being broken. Actually, let me grab my truck and pull forward a bit. Now, continue over here. And now our next point of interest is right here. This is the interior sawmill for $100,000. You can purchase this. You can see you bring your wood and coal, and you have planks, wood beams, and planks long. This is the reason why you're wanting the Platinum Edition DLC for this map, is otherwise these two would not show up. Now, this should be the output for your wood chips. This should be your input for your wood right here, and I would presume this is also your input for the coal as well. And then output, where is that output? Tucked away back here, I think. Yes, right here. Looks like this would be the output. Okay, now grab the truck one more time. Or you know what? Something just dawned on me. No, it's just got the boxes. It doesn't have an actual drop-off. I was thinking that maybe this was the input for the coal. Oh. Okay. This might be the input for the coal, and then this might be the output right back here for the products. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That actually makes a little bit more sense. So coal might go back here, wood in here, and now the next point of interest. This is the Stone Crusher. You can purchase this for $80,000. And as you can see, you put in stones, diesel, and water, and you get out coal, dirt, gravel, lime, and iron ore. So you get all sorts of different products just from this one production point. Now, again, like I had mentioned, there are veins that are kind of populated all over the map where you can purchase the land and harvest wood. I'm sorry, stones. Let me see. There's one I saw. It's just off the main road, and I forgot exactly where it was. I remember it was just off the main road, but where did it go? Oh, there it is. So out back behind the fire department here, there's a big vein of stones that are just packed away here. And is this actually on property that you own? No, so this is on 14 here. But they also have a really big deposit up here in the northeast, right tucked away back here. And I think there's another one, I think that's over here in this area here. So yeah, you got quite a bit of stones that you could, if you want, you can bring up here and actually do something with it. So inputs right here, and outputs tucked away back here. Now, a lot of your starting equipment is also here, specifically your forestry equipment. So you've got your wood harvester, your forwarder, and your transport trailer right there. And now heading to our last point of interest, we're going to pull out here. Head over to the north. And then take this side road. Whoa, 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 whoa. I looked down at my notes for 2 seconds. Right here. This is the Sinkhole Selling Station. You can come here and sell a bunch of stuff. But yeah, that is it. You do get a little water fill point right here. You can bring a trailer and whatnot and be able to fill up. But that is the map. That is the interior. Now it is time to render my opinion. Now I will say that this one I'm going to grade a little bit differently because it's mainly a forestry map. There's 2 fields that you don't own, 2 that you do. That to me would go ahead and qualify this as a forestry map. Just that's how I see it. You know, there's got to be a little bit more than just 4 total fields in order for it to be kind of a hybrid or a non-forestry map. So 0 to 5 scale as always. What do I think of this map? I really like it, actually. I really do. Even with the potential flaws that are in this that may require an update down the line kind of thing, I really do really like this map. You come around here and you start to see all the various trees that are here, and then you get to see like off the beaten path all the different terrain. You got this cool staging area right here with a big sheer cliff face, and then look at this massive hill. This truck by itself is just struggling. Imagine trying to get any kind of equipment up here. It's gonna take some really good stuff to get up here, and a lot of patience. But the color on this map, fantastic. It's very understated, and you got a lot of greens, and that's about it. You don't get the whole pops of color. And this is something I also like as well, is these trees that are just kind of down in the middle of the road. You got to deal with those somehow. You got to cut them out and do something with them. Now with small equipment you can get under them just fine, but if you got some bigger equipment, you're not going to get under them too well. Continuing down here, and what's also cool is that all the roads, all the networks that you get in and out of are achievable to get through with larger sets of equipment. So if you got a big harvester or whatnot, you can get back here and use it. Here's another one of those veins of stones that we have at our disposals. But yeah, no, it's just, you can tell that a lot of thought was put into it, but you could also tell that the map maker really wanted something that was going to be a challenge, more than just the whole forestry aspect, but being able to come onto a map and have to deal with the huge height differences, the terrain and elevation challenges. You also have the sheer drop-offs on this map are actually really cool, because it also creates a potential danger. If you're not paying attention and all of a sudden you're just backing up or just moving forward without really paying too much attention, like I almost did here on the map tour, you can really start losing equipment left and right kind of thing. So here again, another little challenge, getting down here to this area to harvest out all these trees. If that's what you want to do, you're going to have to go up and around the hills and then come down this way. You're not going to get here through this little thing unless you're going to just go down there the hard way. It's one of those kind of short drop and sudden stop kind of scenarios. But no, it's just, and because you have all these elevation changes, you get such lovely views. You get this area here that kind of opens up, and now, like if you thin this out just a bit, you could start seeing like the main road and the rivers down there. But you got these just massive amounts of trees on all these hillsides. You're going to have to figure out a way to get to them, kind of thing. But you do have, some larger staging areas that once you buy them, you'll be able to place down, other placeables and, things like that. It's just, all in all, this is a very, very fine map, in my opinion. It's got a lot going for it. More than just it being a forestry map, it's actually got the ability to, find these little, flatter areas and develop them and put stuff here. You can, potentially carve into the mountainside and make the areas a bit more flatter for you to be able to do stuff with. And it's just, like I said, the kind of challenge that awaits you to be able to do just forestry in general, in my opinion, is a challenge. More of a challenge of patience than anything. But like, this offers you just that next level challenge. And yeah, I really kind of enjoy that. So if I were to give this a rating 0 to 5, also kind of giving it the quote-unquote handicap of it being a forestry map and not meant to be like a actual like farming map, quote-unquote arable farming map, I would probably give this somewhere about a 4.5, somewhere in that ballpark. Because like I said, I really do enjoy this. You get tucked away back here in some of these areas. Like we went to the right, up on top of this hill to get to the old sawmill. But here, I'll start driving off to the left side, and hopefully without hitting too many other trees. But I mean, you can see just how challenging the terrain gets. And if you get big equipment that doesn't have the horsepower to get up back here, then you're just not going to get back here. It's just not going to happen. And again, I love the trees that are just kind of blocking the path that you're going to have to contend with. You get back here. Again, you got all these trees here that you could potentially clear out and do something with the land there. Let's go up. We'll go up this way. See where this goes. Again, it's just, you can have so much fun just coming back here and exploring. But again, it's one of those that you have to be careful. Like you saw right there, if you get off the path ever so slightly, you're gonna crash and burn pretty hard. Wow, this is really tucked away back here. But yeah, that's I really like it. There's just a lot going on and a lot to really kind of draw your eye away from the kind of everyday, grind, quote unquote, of Farming Simulator, and really kind of give you that next level challenge. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. But I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.